Member for North Vancouver Seymour.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As noted by the Minister of Health, today marks the 3rd annual BC Indigenous Nurses Day, which recognises the outstanding efforts and contributions made by Indigenous nurses to BC's healthcare system. As I begin, I would like to acknowledge that I'm working and staying on the lands of the Lekwungen, specifically the Songhees and Esquimalt people. North Vancouver Seymour, my riding where I live and work, is also in the territory of the Coast Salish, specifically the Tsleil-Waututh and Squamish nations. And I am always grateful to have the opportunity to work and learn with Indigenous communities. Indigenous Nurses Day commemorates the birthday of Charlotte Edith Anderson Montour, the first registered Indigenous nurse in Canada from the Mohawk tribe in Oswegan, Ontario, and also recognizes Rose Casper, the first Indigenous nurse in Western Canada from the Stamkos Nation. I am not Indigenous, but I am a nurse, and we speak a common language of knowledge, care, compassion, and service. We work towards making things better, somehow. Indigenous nurses play a critical role in BC's healthcare system for the care they provide to the people and the perspective they bring to their workforce. Our government has committed through the Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples Act to fully adopting and implementing the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, the Truth and Reconciliation Commission of Canada's calls to action, and the recommendations outlined in the In Plain Sight addressing Indigenous-specific racism in and discrimination in BC healthcare. In line with the BC Health Human Resources Strategy, our government remains dedicated to ending Indigenous-specific racism and discrimination, as well as improving cultural safety and quality of care for Indigenous peoples. A part of that work is to increase the membership of Indigenous nurses in our overall nursing workforce. Today and every day, it is vital to honour First Nations, Métis and Inuit nurses for this exceptional work and for their continued leadership in creating cultural safe care environments. Thank you to all Indigenous nurses in British Columbia for your exceptional work caring for people.